It is time. It is time to do the thing differently. It is time to change. It's time to try. It's time to initiate the thing that you've been wanting to do, but you just weren't sure if you were ready. Doesn't matter. It's time to go. Hello and welcome. This is the Astrology of the Week Ahead podcast. I'm your host, Chani Nicholas. In this episode, we talk about the week of May 6th. This is the week of the new moon in Taurus. Not all new moons are created equally. I just want to say that. A new moon in Taurus is always a little extra good because the moon is exalted in Taurus. So we love a new moon in Taurus and we're like, hey, how's Venus doing? Because Venus rules Taurus and Venus will rule anything that happens in Taurus. Well, it just so happens that Venus is in Taurus. Venus is at the party. Excellent news. Why? Because Venus helps us to connect to others. It helps us to create things that are beautiful and unctuous and that smell good and feel good and taste good and just are good and that are attractive. Venus is honey. So Venus is here. And then we're always like, what's Jupiter doing? Because Jupiter brings that je ne sais quoi. You know what I mean? Jupiter brings the party, Jupiter brings the optimism, Jupiter brings the great attitude, Jupiter brings the luck and abundance. Well, guess what? Jupiter is also here. Jupiter is also in Taurus. So we have a new moon in Taurus flanked by both benefics, Venus and Jupiter. Love this. There's a little fly in the ointment. Uranus is right here. So it goes Venus, new moon, Uranus, Jupiter. That's how it lines up. Which is fine. It's fine. But it means that it's time for a change. It makes the whole setup a little less lazy-daisy, like cute brunch, slumber party, etc. And more of a like, okay, y'all, let's do the thing. I keep snapping my fingers, which is probably not great for the audio, but that's what I'm doing if you can't see me. It means that this new moon is going to help us to break new ground. And it's probably going to startle us awake a little bit. But I want us to know this. This is a new thing. This is a little bit of a risk. This new moon is telling us to take a little bit of a risk. And if we do, when we do, we're going to be supported because, again, it's being flanked. It's being hugged by Venus and Jupiter, which is super cute. It's like, I don't know, what could be more supportive? They could be in other places, but this is really good. We want to work with new moons like this. So that's the thing that we want to focus on this week. Again, that's happening on Tuesday, the 7th of May at 8:21 p.m. Pacific time. So you have the first part of the week to set your intentions, to think about what it is you're ready to break free from, what it is you are ready to plant the seeds for, what it is you are ready to slowly, steadily grow into and unfold into. There's this feeling of relaxation and unfurling with Venus and Jupiter. And then there's a little bit of a quick, swift kick in the pants with Uranus. So I think it could be a good combo because sometimes when everything is like a little too good, we might not feel spurred into action to do anything with it. But this new moon is going to get us to take some action. And I hope it's action towards what is generous and generative and abundant for all. Because again, this is a Venus-Jupiter situation, and it is always going to encourage us to use what we've got to share it and spread it around and create new connections because of how we're being open to whoever and whatever, everyone, everything. Not to the point that we are left without what we need, but the excess. Let the excess spill over. And let the honey attract whatever it is you want to attract. So all the garden metaphors apply here. Go check out your weekly reading in the Chani app to figure out where Taurus falls in your chart and what that means for you and how to work with this new moon. But everything that you want to begin with this new moon is imbued with that goodness, if not a little bit of like a, I wonder how this is going to go. A little bit of an unpredictable quality. So we just have to know that there's a little turbulence with it. But again, it might help to get everything moving because Taurus doesn't move really. It just settles. and spreads out, like makes itself comfortable. Okay, the only other thing that's happening this week on the way to the new moon on Monday, Mercury makes another conjunction with Chiron. I say another because it's done this 3 times in the past couple of months. Once on March 20th, once on April 15th. This is the last one, May 6th. So I don't know if you're paying that close of attention to what you were talking about March 20th, April 15th, and now May 6th. But you could look back in your little diaries. Dear diary, what did you write on those days? Or look in your calendars or look on your text messages and just see if there's a conversation about something that's painful or hard or about a wound or about medicine or about healing that you're wrapping up now. The other thing that happens on Monday is the sun on the way to the new moon makes a sextile with Saturn, which means that there is a supportive, structured element to this new moon. And it helps us to make some really practical, well thought out, long-term plans with this new moon. And I just want us to remember, because I talked about this last week and I talked about it in your year ahead readings as well, is that on the 23rd of May, Venus and Jupiter are coming together to form a conjunction. And that is extra, extra, extra good. And it's going to help out whatever you do now. So whatever you're doing now is on the way to something that is going to be like extra loved up by May 23rd or on May 23rd. And then, my friends, by May 25th, Venus and Jupiter are in Gemini. Totally different story. This is like, I think, one of the ends of the first chapter of 2024. Like the tone shifts as of May 25th. Totally different situation. I kind of think of this year in 2 parts. This is the first part, and then the second part is the Jupiter and Gemini part, which is going to create a lot of conversation. There's going to be a lot of hot air. There's going to be a lot of little sentiments blown up into big statements, and it's going to get wild. The circus is coming to town. So before we get there, let us enjoy anything that is slow and sweet and pleasurable, and that helps us to rest, that helps us to enjoy, that helps us to really appreciate what it is we have. Because I think Taurus is really good at it because it goes slow enough to like notice the breeze and the feel of the sunlight and the smell of the flowers and the taste of the bread and just all of the lovely things, the feel of skin on skin, you know, the good stuff, the free stuff, the stuff that makes life worth living. All right, y'all. Come back next week. We're going to talk about the Uranus cazimi and Jupiter cazimi. May 18th is also a really good day to work with, and we'll talk about that and why that is. But it's some exciting astrology. It's exciting, it's growth enhancing, it's fertile, it's rich, it's a little, again, disruptive, but I think it's going to help us. It's going to help us, and we want to work with these last few moments of Jupiter in Taurus. No scarcity. It's just a different tone with Jupiter and Gemini. Thank you all so much for leaving us reviews, for the time it takes, for the thought it takes. We deeply appreciate it. I wanted to leave you with this one titled The Most Accurate Personalized Astrology App Available. I couldn't recommend this app enough. As a major astrology enthusiast, I was so tired of downloading apps, paying for subscriptions, only to be given vague, useless horoscopes just based off my sun sign. The Chani app uses your rising sign and the whole sign house system to provide accurate readings based off the transits through your 12 house placements. It also provides a thorough birth chart reading and endless journal prompts, they are endless, weekly astro forecasts based off rising signs, and so much more. Get the app and subscribe. You won't regret it. All right, sending you lots of love. Many, 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 many new moon blessings. Roll with any turbulence that comes up. Remember how supported you are. Remember how loved you are. Reach out to people that you love. Build connection. Build community. It is what will always, always, always save us. Lots of love.